Crazy Jiva, who's going? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back for another Plan With Me video, and today I'll be doing my reading journal spreads for April. So I'm actually participating in a readathon created by G from Book Roast called the O.W.L.s Magical Readathon. So most of my spreads will be inspired by the career that I picked, and that is Mage of Visual Arts. So everything will be somehow connected with like either photography or Harry Potter or painting or something. There's gonna be a whole plethora of things, so I hope you will enjoy what I'm gonna be doing here. So for my first page, I'm just setting up the black base, and later on I'm gonna write over with some silver paper because that color combination, not silver paper, silver pen. The color combination just really reminds me of that like old school photography development room, so that's why I decided with that combination for the first page. And next up, I have here my TBR spread idea. So I decided to go with this kind of like, what is this called? Photo film or camera film for photo development. I kind of drew a Harry Potter wand, a magical wand, and the film coming out of it because it is a Harry Potter inspired readathon. So of course it had to be somehow magical. And then I'm just gonna write in my TBR books where the photos should be in the film. I actually drew that in a separate notebook because it was quite a struggle to get it right and like looking nice and pretty, so I didn't want to mess up my actual reading journal like pages. Here I just decided to try and do some Harry Potter font, but unfortunately it ended up looking absolutely abysmal, so I'm not proud of that one. I still left it in there because honestly I don't think I could have done any better. But yeah, let's just ignore that and pretend it doesn't exist. And next up, I'm gonna do a little camera doodle, I guess, and I took inspiration from a photo that I found on Google because I don't have the skills to actually draw a photo camera or something, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna be drawing next. Okay guys, so to kind of explain what's gonna be happening on this page, this is gonna be my reading tracking page. And for this month, since again it is kind of like photography, art, whatever inspired, I decided to do like a little mirrored spread. So on the white, of course, it's like normal writing, and the writing is gonna be mirrored on the black side of the page. That's what I try to do with the writing like red. It didn't turn out quite well. I'm gonna have to be more careful in the future, but like I just wanted to try it out what it would look like. So yeah, this is the page where I'm gonna be tracking my reading, probably the same as last month, just some dots under a title of the book that represent like the number of pages. I'm gonna stick with my like page tracking instead of daily tracking. And the last page is gonna be again for my favorite book of the month and favorite quote of the month, again inspired by photography. So I drew a little like Polaroid like photos where I'm gonna write in the title of my favorite book and of course my favorite quote of the month. And now I'm just gonna go back to my first page where I'm gonna add in the career guides spread for major visual arts, which is the career that I'm going for, as I mentioned. And I'm gonna add that in and just write out like the reading requirements to pursue the career, and later on as well the books that I'll be reading. I also realized that I forgot to write in the month where this was happening, so I decided to add in those little blocks on top of the page, and I'm gonna write in April, so it is known that it is happening in April. Then of course add in the silver writing I was talking about before, so just writing out O.W.L.s 2020, which is the readathon that I'm participating in. By the way, this was my first time watching like journaling videos while I was doing my own journaling, and it was so much fun. Definitely a whole different experience listening to other people going through their journalings. So yeah, definitely a lot of fun. And here I'm just adding some lines to my last page because it was looking a little bit empty and kinda a lot of space left. So just adding some doodles and like back frames or something, I don't know what to call it. Probably a space where I'm gonna write maybe why that quote is my favorite and why that book is my favorite in a very short manner. And of course adding my TBR. Guys, and finally I'm gonna share with you a final flip through of my April journal spreads. So you might notice quite a lot of changes on this first couple of pages, and that's actually because my battery ended up dying as I was doing my spreads, and since today is the last of March, I didn't really have the time to wait up and for the battery to finish charging and then finishing the spreads, so I just did them off camera. But just to kind of explain what I did, so I added some white paper on this first page because I didn't like how dark it was looking. I felt like the silver on the black paper didn't really brighten up the page at all, so I ended up adding some white in there just to brighten everything up. I also added some pink lines to kind of brighten everything up because I felt like the silver-black combination just looked very bland and I was missing some color on the pages. And honestly, recently I've been kind of obsessed with like the pink silver or pink gray color combo, so I went with pink lines and just kind of decorated them to look pretty. I also added a couple of things here because there was a lot of empty space. I actually came up with my own spell for like the Mage of Visual Arts. So I took Latin actually in high school, and I decided to like try something out, and I came up with like pictum vivisco, which basically means to revive a picture. So yeah, pretty proud of that one, but yeah, I don't know, it's just totally random. And then I also have here like say squib, like you say cheese, except that it says squib. Kind of offensive, I'm now realizing, but yeah, I might switch out the word for something else, but it was honestly the only one that I could think of that had the E in it, so yeah, I don't know, we'll just ignore that font because that is, yeah, not worthy of mention. And then not much changed here, I just ended up adding some decorations as well. Of course the pink to kind of just brighten up everything, and then some lines here just to kind of fill in the space. So yeah, that's what my final spreads look like. I'm actually pretty proud of this month's reading spreads as well. I'm loving it. I'm especially happy with how this turned out because it was a struggle trying to draw that. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day and stay safe, stay healthy, stay home, I guess. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye bye!